Oh, hi everybody. Welcome to this video, a very special video for the 20th anniversary of The Room. It's me, Tommy Wiseau, and we'll be going over the top 10 favorite quotes from my favorite movie that I made. Yes, here we are. I can't believe it. 20 years ago, Tommy Wiseau, well, probably more than 20 years ago, but 20 years ago, this day, The Room dropped in theaters in limited release in LA so he could qualify for the Oscar nominated run, which did not end up happening. And then this legendary film took a life of its own later on. Obviously, I think us all here have a very special connection to The Room. And of course, I'm really glad to have three of my best friends on here with me. Mr. John Stanek, of course, from Johnny Radio. David Huang here and Jiayong Chen. Welcome onto the channel, guys, to join me for this video. I'm so excited to get into this movie.
Oh man, it's an honor, man, because as you know, this was actually on my top 100 films of all time list.
You
And
must be
it's
kidding, aren't you?
no, I'm not kidding. It seriously was there, and it should be on everyone's, in my opinion. And I was sad it didn't make your top 100 final on the countdown,
That's
but
okay.
it's a classic, man. What can you say?
Yeah, doing the top 10 quotes from the room. This is like it. Well, this is literally everything I could ever dream of. Like this is
Yeah,
this is it.
like reminds me of the good old times.
The good old times.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Because I mean, I wanted to talk to you guys. Speaking of which, because obviously, as I said, like this is we all love this movie. But let's start with you, John. Where was the first? How did you get introduced to The Room? What was your first experience with the movie?
Oh boy. Well, I was introduced to the movie by my stepson Ian, who he was just going on and on about it. I think he'd seen it multiple times already with his friends, had some like viewing parties, and then I mean, you just get sucked into it from the first second. Like this whole movie is so quotable. It's impossible to just do 10, but yeah, I must have watched it, I don't know, 3 4 times in a row, and then went to see it in the theater and had it, that experience, suited up and threw a football around on stage, as you must do when you do this.
Yes.
So it's one of those movies that really is an experience, for better or worse. But
Now,
yeah, love it.
David, when were you first introduced to this movie? I'm curious because I will say, like the three of us, when we went on our trip to LA with our school, like literally the whole week, it was like the three of us quoting The Room. I remember specifically on the Jurassic World ride when we got off or whatever, they were like arms up, and me and David just went like that, and you completely missed out on that. Oh my goodness, good, such great times. But David, I don't know when what your first experience with The Room was, so remind me and bring it to my recollection here.
I think I heard about The Room because of the Disaster Artist,
Hmm.
like the Oscars nominations and such. But like the first time, I think like it was in the summer or like September. We did like a watch party or something. Like that was like the first time like I ever watched like The Room.
September of what year?
Like last year or something.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
so fairly
Yeah.
recent. Okay.
Wow. I'm almost surprised considering how much we talk about it. But then again, I mean, I know with you, Jae we told you about it. We're like, oh, we're going to get together and watch The Room, and then
Yeah.
you kind of discovered on your own the night before.
Yep. So like it was back to last year's the end of September, I believe. I heard some of my colleagues, my classmates, such as David and you, Nathaniel, would dropping some like random sentences from anonymous movie, and you guys were like, "Oh, this is great! You have to watch this." And fast forward to a film night we were about to do, and I just couldn't wait. So, well, prior to that, I've already like watched some of the clips from the film. So, and I decided to watch it by myself, and it was mind blowing. Just like by the end of October, and I was like, my whole mind was just like the room.
Oh yeah, I remember very well actually.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just so glad that I couldn't think of three bigger fans of The Room that are on here with me, and we aren't going to review the film because obviously doing that's almost an impossible task. But even though this movie didn't turn out to be the incredible drama that Tommy wanted it to be. It took a life of its own in a way that I think he's proud of, and obviously still talking about it all the time, always showing up to screenings and such. And I couldn't be happier for the guy to have his legacy turn out in this way that it did. So yeah, we're just going to go around in a square, I guess you could say, as it's set up on screen, and we're going to start at our number 10 quote, and then we'll just bounce it back and forth until we reach number 1. I'm going to tally it up on a spreadsheet here that I have set up on my computer, and basically we'll just put all the quotes together, creative collective top 10, and then see what comes out on top at the end of the video. So yeah, I might as well get right into it, and I suppose I will start the charge with my number 10.
I'm tired, I'm wasted. I love you, darling.
I mean, this obviously is
Great
such
choice.
a great scene. Thank you. It's such a great scene with him and Lisa. Dude, the best part about this moment is right before it happens when you hear him throw the glass on the ground. And it's like the most exaggerated sound you've ever heard in your life. And just the whole context leading up to this too is like, well, I don't drink that. And then the whole time, like, she just convinces him almost simultaneously to have a drink after he didn't get his promotion, yada yada yada. But I just use this line all the time. I feel like it's quick and simple to the point, but just the way he says it, it's so exaggerated, it's so ridiculous, it's so hysterical.
That whole scene's dialogue is just freaking incredible, man. So yeah.
I guess you're right, the computer business is tough these days.
Do you know the true, like, okay, so do you guys know the true reason, the whole reason why Lisa has successfully convinced, like, Johnny to drink?
No.
There's one particular reason.
What is that?
Because love is blind.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
there you go. Well played, sir.
Is that your number 10?
No, it's not.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay, I guess I'll go second.
Okay.
My number 10 would be...
Leave your stupid comments in your pocket.
Yes! That's great. I love that quote. That was one I felt, I will spoil it, that one is not on my top 10, but it was so close. I felt so bad leaving it off of there.
I know, right?
Yeah, I almost had that too, but I didn't get it either.
That
Yeah,
was
this
like
one,
the part
I believe is
when
said
you
by
least
Mark.
like expect like things to go wrong because he just needs to like say something like, yeah, just shut up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just like said that like weird line.
He says it in a very unique way. That is for sure.
Yeah, he
Yes,
said that
indeed.
so calmly, just almost like he's like reading the script. Leave your stupid comments in your pocket.
But I love the way he's leave your stupid like the way he emphasizes stupid is so funny to me.
I know, right?
I know. So great.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That concludes my number 10.
Okay.
Nicely done. Well, my number 10, I was gonna have the slap sound effect when he slaps Lisa's boob when they're having sex, but I figured
Is there any?
I figured that wouldn't
That's a
count.
quote?
I figured that wouldn't count as a quote. So instead of that, I have
Everybody betrayed me. I fed up with this world.
once again, the line delivery on that is just so incredible. Actually, that is actually my number 9, so I might as well just put it out there right now.
Nice.
But
Okay.
it's just so ridiculous, like the overdubbing and everything, like the way he drops. I fed up with this world, and he just like
The body language.
and there's like no emotion behind it at all. It's just absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah. Nice.
So David, what is your number 10?
Okay. First I have to say, like, I try to avoid like the popular options. So like this one is yeah, I think like this one is like not on anyone's list. It's
Do you want me to order a pizza?
Whatever, I don't care.
I already ordered a pizza.
You think about everything.
because like the whole context is Lisa asked Johnny if he wants pizza, and Johnny was like, whatever, I don't care. And she was like, I just ordered pizza. And
You
then
think
I was
about
like, why
everything.
did you even bother to ask if you just ordered pizza?
Yeah. And then he says, "You always think."
There was like, you think
You
about
always think
everything.
about everything.
And then
Oh,
Johnny
yeah,
was
you
like,
think
you
about
think of
everything.
everything, don't you?
That's right.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh gosh, this is so good.
I love it.
Actually, I realized. Sorry guys, I realized I screwed up. I think Everybody Betrayed Me, I Fed Up with This World is actually my number 10.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. Sorry about that, but I'm glad we got to talk about that quote, because it's just it's so good that I thought it was on my top 10, but it wasn't. So no, but that's I love that scene too. Like already we have like 2 quotes from that scene.
Yeah.
or kind of, at least, because I screwed it up, but still, that, oh my goodness, just such an incredible moment. So I guess that comes back around to me. Let me just count this up again to make sure I'm on the right one here. Okay, I am on the right one here. So my number 9 is,
I mean, the candles, the music, the sexy dress. I mean, what's going on here?
obviously
number 9? Seriously?
yes.
Man?
And the thing that makes this quote so amazing is it makes absolutely no sense in the context of the scene. I mean, what candles? What music is playing? Is that even a sexy dress? I don't know. But just the way Greg Sestero says it with like no sense of like human reality whatsoever, it's just absolutely incredible, and just it adds to just the randomness of this movie, and the fact that the dialogue is so nonsensical in the best way possible. I know when you first watched it, Jiayong, I know that was the one that you literally texted me like, what the hell am I watching? When you got to the scene.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Good pick, man.
Yeah, thank you. So I guess that means Jiayong is up next then, yes?
Yeah. So I need to lay back a little bit.
Okay.
They are using me, and I am the fool.
Yes. Oh man, I wanted
Also
to use
from
that
the
one.
pizza scene, right?
Yeah, also
Yeah.
from the pizza scene.
Amazing.
Exactly.
Dude,
Yeah.
I wanted to
have a
use that.
quote that is like from there.
That's the thing, because there's like so much from that scene. I think I linked that whole scene together at one point, and I just couldn't like separate, because like if someone says it all at once, I count it as one quote, you know, like a continuous sort of monologue. But oh my goodness, I know we use that line like all the time.
The great line.
Oh my goodness. So John, I guess
All
that
right.
means that you're up next, huh?
Okay, and very close to this scene as well is
Danny, do you have something else to do?
I just like to watch you guys.
Oh, Denny boy.
Danny, 2's great, but 3 is a crowd.
Dude, oh my, that's like one of the most iconic parts of the entire movie, and it's like, what is wrong with this fucking creepy kid?
yeah.
He's
I
just, like,
had to
wandering
have.
in there,
There's several creepy Denny quotes, but I thought that one kind of encapsulated it the best. So
Oh yeah,
I had to have it.
100%.
Yeah.
And how do we split that one up though? Because I don't know what else everyone else has, but I don't know. That one's going to be interesting.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, if we have to split it into different ones, that's fine. But
right.
Yeah, just
No,
a quick
but-
note. I just like to watch you guys is my number 8.
Oh, okay.
there
So
you
that's-
go.
that's
So
gonna
like
get a
we
few
could
more
have
points.
it. We could have it just be I just like to watch you guys. I mean,
Well, I
keep it simple.
Not to spoil my list, but I have one from that specific exchange later on that isn't the same.
Okay.
So
So maybe we
we'll-
can use all 3 lines.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. Nice.
So you said that was your
That was my
I just
number
like to
9.
watch number. Okay, gotcha.
And then
gotcha.
Jiayong, you have it at number 8. The I just like
Yes.
to watch you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's correct.
So David, what do you have?
Okay, for my number 9, I have Mike. When Mike is with Johnny at that like mysterious corner, he says,
She pulls it out, and she's showing everybody me underwears.
Go on.
That's life.
I haven't given you that. David.
I was like so confused. Like there were only like 3 people in the apartment.
Yeah.
Like what does he mean? Like everybody me underwears? Like it's like so embarrassing. I was like, what?
Technically, I mean, linguistically speaking, that's not wrong, David.
Yeah,
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
But I think most people with a normal amount of brain cells in their head would not say that.
They will simply say them instead of everyone.
Now
So
I don't know this, but did some of the actors like improvise any lines, or did they have to go with Tommy's dialogue?
oh, I doubt. Well,
I believe
honestly,
it was the latter. They have to go line by line.
But
That
then-
makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
Then what explains the scene when he walks in where she's like, "Did you get your promotion?" He goes, "Nah." And then like 20 seconds later, she's like, "You didn't get it, did you?" Like, what? Did you just hear what he said? Like, he didn't get the promotion. Come on. It's
like
just so
like Tommy is trying to do it as like a theatrical play, so he wants like every line and like action like strict to the script.
Yeah.
You know
So,
what?
like that makes it like so much ridiculous.
Well, that kind of reminds me of the Microsoft two-step verification thing. You
Yeah.
have to verify everything like
exactly.
twice.
You have to ask
each time.
again.
Yeah.
That should be the question they send you. It's like, you didn't get it, did you?
You didn't get it.
Yeah.
The son of a bitch told me I would get it within 3 months. I don't think I will ever get it.
They're using me, and I'm the fool.
Fool.
Yeah.
No. So was it just him saying? He started showing everybody me underwears, or the rest of the exchange too? Because that one I kind of count as
And like
one.
that
personally.
specific line is like so funny because
Okay.
he's like, "Oh, underwear, I got the picture."
I got the picture.
Like
Yeah.
that's supposed to be normal or something.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's just absolutely incredible. No, that one I almost had in my top 10 because that was the one I felt so bad leaving out. Not to spoil it, but it's just such an iconic piece of dialogue, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, I guess we're looping back around to me then, and my number 8 is.
How was work today?
Oh, pretty good. We got a new client at the bank. We'll make a lot of money.
What client?
I cannot tell you. It's confidential.
Oh, come on. Why not?
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life?
Yes. Yes.
It's just like I love this line so much. in the scene because he just like says it in the most nonchalant way. There's like no
Exactly.
sequitur at all. He just cuts right to the chase, wondering if Mark is getting down and dirty with anybody. Little does he know. But my goodness, yet again, this is one of those examples where the delivery is absolutely killer and just adds to the bizarreness of this movie and the Tommy Wiseau's idea of human interaction.
Yes, exactly. I have that higher on my list. Just to let you know. But so
same.
Jiayong gave his 8 already. So my 8 is
I miss you.
I just saw you. What are you talking about?
Oh gosh. Oh god, I have that higher on my list.
I completely missed that. Oh my god.
That was another one I felt bad leaving off because it's like
That's
we
one
say
of
that
my favorites.
I
we
say that all
say
the
that
time,
one all the
dude.
time. I
Yes,
just saw
yes.
you. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
And you know what? I will say, like, as terrible as some of the dialogue is in this movie, that's actually a really funny moment. Like a legitimately funny moment in the movie. Because that's how a normal person would react to something so bizarre.
But the way he plays it, like so serious. Like it's
I
hilarious.
just saw you. What are you talking? Oh my goodness! Amazing quote. I agree with that 100%. Oh, so David, in that case, what is your number 8?
Oh, my number 8 is
Danny, don't plan too much. It may not come out right.
I love that one, man.
Dude, you can pick so many moments from the rooftop scene alone, but the thing I love about that is like you can't like it took me like a good year to understand what he was saying because it sounded like plane or whatever, and then I put it on subtitles and I realized he was saying plan because they were going to the movies. That's the amazing thing of this
It's
whole
actually
movie.
like it's very wise advice from Tommy, man.
It is.
Yeah.
He drops a lot of wisdom in that scene, maybe some of which we'll get into later. I'm not sure, but
the thing about that is like you need to decide like what movie to watch, but instead he just like let's not care about that.
yeah.
Yeah. Great
Oh
line,
my
man.
goodness. That's
great.
yet again. That's another one that was like that. That might have been in my top 20. I don't know, but there's just so many amazing quotes from this movie. So yeah, I guess that will now take us to my number 7 pick, which is.
It seems to me like you're an expert, Mark.
Oh shit!
My goodness,
That's
once
exactly
again,
my number 7.
I totally forgot about that.
No.
Wow.
well, that makes this a little bit shorter. No, I just love it. It's like just the way he emphasized expert, Mark. It just comes out of nowhere. And like I said a minute ago, like you could pick so many quotes from just that whole stretch of the movie alone. But I certainly think that's one that I know I quote a lot. Because I will say one of the other ways I went about like forming this list was I was thinking about what is the most iconic and what are the ones I use the most, right? So this is one I certainly use all the time just because of how amazing his delivery is and just that whole interaction between him and Mark. I'm sure we'll talk about it more later, but definitely one of the standout moments from that scene and from the movie in general.
Yeah,
I can't believe you've stolen that one from me. No.
Hey man, the overlap, what can I tell you?
Nice, guys.
Back to back.
I mean,
well, it's interesting too that you made that comment about it being something you use in everyday life versus being iconic. Because my number 7, I kind of had to fight with myself about this because Claudette is one of my favorite characters in the movie.
Oh yeah.
I only had room for one for her, but more often I say. All that shopping wore me out.
Yeah.
However, but I was like, oh man, but the one I had to go with was
I got the results of the test back. I definitely have breast cancer.
Oh my goodness, that may be the most what the fuck moment in the entire movie, especially because of Lisa's reaction. You'll be fine, Mom, and then they never mention it again. No, I gotta say I have that one higher on my list because yet again it's just one of the most iconic in the entire movie. I don't know how you can not watch, because like everybody I've shown that movie to, they're like, what?
Yeah.
It's just absolutely incredible.
And she's being like really, really alive, like in the
Yeah,
rest
yeah.
of the film.
And then later, when she says that line, like you mentioned, all that shopping wore me out. It isn't because of the breast cancer, because she's fucking shopping. It's incredible. I mean, I don't know who this is like stuff made in heaven. I don't know what to tell you, honestly. It's just amazing.
Seriously, dude.
Okay, so I guess that leaves us with David then. What is your number 7 quote from The Room?
Oh, this is another Lisa quote.
I told them that to make it interesting.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I love
was
that
like,
scene.
What?
It's
she already destroyed Johnny, and then she told him, like they're expecting because she thinks it's interesting.
And yet again, it just comes out of nowhere. Just at a party, it's like, hey everybody, we're expecting, and then like it's like, no, that's just all bullshit. When is the baby due? Just that
There's
whole
no
iteration.
baby.
Yeah.
What?
That's
Unreal.
Just oh my goodness, one shocking moment after another. Maybe one of the see that's the thing. Like why you could make the argument that Lisa's the most contradicting character and least thought out character in the history of cinema, because stuff like that, it's like, what are you trying to get at here? What is your aim? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
She's a
I feel
manipulative
like she's
bitch.
consistently being inconsistent.
Yeah. Consistently being inconsistent, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, oh my goodness, that is an amazing quote. I had that a lot lower, but that's the thing. There's so many great quotes from this movie. There's so many you're just going to naturally leave off. But I guess in that case, that will bring me to my number 6, which is...
In a few minutes, bitch.
Yet again, another just amazing line delivery from Tommy Wiseau here, and it's just like so matter of fact the way he says it. Like it's in a few minutes, bitch, and it comes so quick and out of nowhere after
and that
such
close-up shot, like
behind the door, waiting in. Oh, this I use all the time. Like if someone's waiting for me or something, I'm just like, in a few minutes, bitch. I was using it to you guys before we got on here. So
you definitely
amazing.
Yes,
definitely. And I definitely think one of the most iconic quotes. Like that's one I hear a lot of people mention when they talk about The Room. It's short, sweet, quick to the point, but it certainly leaves its impact on the film. So
absolutely.
So Jiayong, I guess in that case, what is your number 6?
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go.
That's me. How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's my number.
Wow. Wow.
So
that flower
early.
shop scene, man.
Yeah, the
What's
flower
up?
shop, like, so you could make the argument that everything prior to Hi Doggy makes some degree of sense. But until the point he said Hi Doggy, that just popped up so randomly.
But
so,
I would argue you kind of have to have the whole flower shop interaction.
Yeah, the whole flower shop is like one thing. You can
I agree. I agree with that.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
No, but yeah, because that's even, I would say even before then, like the interaction's just so bizarre. Like he walks in, she acts like she doesn't know him, and then she's like, "Oh, hi, Johnny." I didn't know it was you.
See you
who doesn't recognize that guy?
Yeah.
Like,
and then like a delay reaction. That's me.
That's me.
Another one I
And the
use
whole
all
scene
the
was,
time.
like, so fast, you cannot even like react, and it was over.
No.
Yeah.
Another
Brilliant.
one we have completely memorized. I know between us guys, especially me and David, we like quote that scene back to each other all the time. So
Yeah. So great, dude.
just oh my goodness, so iconic.
How much is it?
It's
It'll be
so-
$18.
Here you
There
go. Keep the change. Hi,
You're my
doggy.
best customer.
You're my favorite customer. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Bye. It's just oh my goodness, blows my mind every time I see it. But
Great choice,
oh my
man.
goodness. So John, I guess that brings us to your number 6, huh?
Yeah, so I had to have some words of wisdom from the great Tommy Wiseau. So my number 6 is,
If a lot of people love each other, the world would be a better place to live.
Yes. Oh my goodness. This is another one I had to leave off because I was like, and I was surprised because I really thought that this one would have been in my top 10, but it wasn't. Just because, I mean, there's so many amazing ones, but I think that definitely one of the most iconic quotes in the movie. And I mean, love him or hate him, he's spitting straight facts. I mean, if a whole lot of people loved each other, the world would be a better place to live. I kind of count.
Yeah.
I kind of count that whole thing as one almost. You know what I mean? Like from when he starts saying, "You can love someone deep inside your heart, and there's nothing wrong with it."
yeah,
True.
That's
True.
actually my
That's
number
good, too.
5.
That's it. Oh,
That's
that's
so
your number
true.
5.
Ah, nice.
Oh man, dude.
I
I think
like actually like wise words.
Yeah.
it is. It might be a bit simple,
Words of
but
wisdom. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
a better place to live. The way he says it too. This is absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness. So I guess then what's your number 6 if we have your number 5 here?
Oh, my number 6 is
Oh man, I just can't figure women out. Sometimes they're just too smart. Sometimes they're flat out stupid. Other times they're just evil.
Which leads right into the quote I had earlier. So see,
Yeah,
yet again,
yeah,
how
yeah.
how many times has this scene popped up already in this conversation?
Exactly.
I was like he's not like totally wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
he is a little bit narrow-minded in saying it though. It's a bit of a narrow assessment, but I think that's what makes it funnier, honestly, because it's like where is this coming from? I mean, I get it, but I don't.
Right.
You know.
And like right after they were like, I met this girl who dated a dozen guys.
One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad she ended up in a hospital in Guerrero Street. We'll leave the rest for later because
Out of my number 10.
That's for sure another one.
Oh my god. Such a shame.
that's another one I felt bad leaving off because I'm like, this is such a bizarre moment, and the reaction to it later. Well, we'll get into it, rest assured. But man, we're getting into the top 5. I mean, obviously we already know what David's is, so a little less surprise to be had, but still so many more iconic quotes to run down, which leads me to my number 5, which is...
Danny, 2's great, but 3's a crowd.
There we go.
My goodness. See, it's like, how can you choose from the scene? But I think that is probably the most iconic moment because the fact that that's his reaction to it, like...
Yeah.
It's I don't know if it's genius or just absolutely stupid. I don't know because it's like
both.
this kid's coming because this kid's coming into their bedroom and he has to get him to leave somehow, and he's just putting it to him in the most simple terms because he's his father figure, you know. Johnny's like a father to Denny. I tell you, Johnny's great to all the people in his life. He's really good to ones he cares about. No, but I just think that's one of the most iconic quotes in the entirety of the movie. I absolutely love it, and I use it all the time.
You did.
Yes. So Jiayong,
Nice.
what would be your number 5 then?
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
Yes.
Of course.
Dude, I gotta admit though, like as iconic as that line is, I feel so bad leaving it out of my top 10.
Whoa!
Because here's the thing. Hear me out. I think it's such an iconic line, probably one of the top 2 most iconic lines, maybe top 3 most iconic lines of the movie. But he did take it from James Dean, and it isn't one I really come back to all the time. So that's the only reason it's not on my it's probably like my number 12 or something. Like I feel so bad leaving it out just because of how iconic it is. So you guys can chastise me all you want there. I didn't have it in my top 10.
There's a lot of great stuff to choose from, man. It's fine.
Honestly speaking, we don't quote this one that much, to be honest.
Yeah. But
well,
I think
at least not as much as other quotes from the film.
Right, but I think in general, most people would agree this is one of the most iconic moments of the entire movie.
True.
And just when he does it with the arms and everything, I mean, it's been replicated so many times since, and I don't know if anybody's done it better than Tommy Wiseau and James Dean. I mean, it's like almost on the same level, you know? I don't know which one is better. Almost. So I guess in that case, John, what would your number 5 be if you didn't tell us already?
My 5 is the Anyway, How Is Your Sex Life?
Oh, yes.
And I agree. You should also have the stuff right before it, of course.
Yeah, because it's like
That's
that
my
one.
number 4.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So, wow, that one's definitely going to be in our top 10 here.
Yeah.
So let's see. So number 4, wow, that's pretty high, you know.
Yeah, it just comes so out of nowhere, man. Like, seriously, because they're talking about what, banking or something, and it's like,
anyway,
I
cannot tell you, it's confidential. Anyway, how is your sex life?
And also, like, the cafe is so crowded. Like, you were ask that.
Another one of my favorite parts of that scene is how they literally like film people like ordering their meal, and it's like, what does this add to the story? Absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
But do I want to hear what they're getting? Yes. No, I also love it's like you want to try the cheesecake? It's really good. They're like trying to get them to try the cheesecake. It's like, okay, maybe next time, you know. Just the intricacies of the detail of dining in a restaurant is, I don't think any movie has captured it better than in The Room. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible what Tommy accomplishes. So yeah, I guess that's going to take us to number 4. So my number 4 is,
I got the results of the test back. I definitely have breast cancer.
I had to bring this one back up again just because of how incredible it is, and I think we've already stated how bizarre this quote is, but I don't think you can watch this movie and forget that happening at all.
Yeah, and then even like after towards the end of that little conversation, she's like, "Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be fine."
Claudette is yet again another
rules.
And just her mindset is so outdated. It's so funny watching it. It's like, he hit me. It's like, Johnny's your financial security.
The security. I was about to say that. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's like, that's the only reason she's saying this. Another great line that I didn't have from Claudette. It's like, men and women use and abuse each other all the time. There's nothing wrong with it.
That's so true.
I don't know about that one, Claudette, but thanks for sharing with us. So, John, what would be your number 4 then?
I used to know a girl. She had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad she ended up in a hospital on Guerrero Street.
What a story, Mark.
Actually,
Mark's
I don't,
Guerrero Street thing right before.
I count that as a different quote, though. So I think that one I'm going to have to kind of count separately.
What do you mean? Count what separately?
The Oheim or what's a story, Mark?
Just that? Because
Or did you want the whole scene?
Not the whole scene, but just what Mark says right before it.
Mark's
story to what he's.
So Mark's story is what you're kind of counting.
And well, more importantly, the what a story mark. So.
See, because that's interesting, because I count that one separately. Because I think singularly, that's like one of the most iconic quotes in the movie. So that was kind of like what I was thinking going in. We'll figure it out.
That's
But
either
hey,
way it works.
yeah.
Man, but
I mean,
'cause
either
way it makes no sense. The way he says it,
the
so.
way he responds to it, it's
Yeah.
like I don't know if you should be responding to it in that way.
Exactly.
But so David, what is your number 4 then?
Oh, this is an overlap.
I miss you.
I just saw you. What are you talking about?
Yes.
Nice.
Another amazing
That
quote
is
from
like
them.
an awakening moment.
It's
Where you realize,
solidified.
like someone's
Awakening
actually
moment,
normal in
yeah.
this film.
Yeah.
True.
Yet again, one of the great moments of I think good writing. I don't know. The argument could be made, but certainly a moment that definitely makes you burst out laughing nonetheless. My goodness, guys, we're getting into the top 3 here. Isn't that crazy?
I wonder if we're all gonna have the same number 1. I'm curious, but we'll see.
I have a feeling.
Yeah.
It might be the same thing, but as it stands, my number 3 is.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go.
That's me. How much is it?
It'll be
Here
$18.
you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
What can we say about it that hasn't been said already? It's just from the beginning of that interaction. It's like the most, like, yet again, the fact that this movie highlights the most mundane interactions, like going into a store, and
Yeah.
like seeing the transaction all the way through to the finish. It just makes it that much more magical and bizarre, and the hi doggy is my
Yeah.
favorite part.
Yeah,
You could almost say like that scene like sums up the movie, like to just
Yeah.
be like in some way, like this is what you're in for.
Yeah,
That
it's
and
like
a couple
human-
other scenes.
It's
What's
like
that?
human conversations in 2080 in the
Or-
future. Like
A lot of people said that
I
if
could
this is
definitely see that.
the room is like if an alien came down from space and
Yeah.
tried to write like what they saw from human interactions. This is what, and who knows,
Yeah.
maybe Tommy is an alien. I mean, at this point,
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't be too far out of the question.
I
I'm
wouldn't
from
be
New
surprised.
Orleans.
Yeah, no one knows about his past.
Yeah.
No, and yet again, like, for those of you, I mean, I think most of you watching this know about The Room, but the fact that he got like a $6 million budget almost out of thin air and was shooting on both digital and film adds to the mystery of and mystique of Tommy Wiseau so
yeah.
much more, because it's like, where is he getting this from? How did this happen? You know,
Right.
it's just, that's why we love Tommy, because he's such an enigma, and yet he makes something so individually unique and off kilter that, you know, it makes it even more appealing, I guess you could say. So
Yeah.
now, David, did you already, or who hasn't said their number 3 yet?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, Jiayong, what is your number 3 then?
My number 3, I believe I'm the only one have that quote on my list. It was from Danny.
You're not my fucking mother!
That's a
I
great
pulled
one.
that out of
There's
my
another
list.
one. Oh my goodness, we
But
could
that's,
talk
like,
about that.
So iconic.
Oh man, I remember the first time seeing that and laughing so loud when that happened.
That was, yeah, because when I first saw it, that was the one where I just burst out. I was like dying
Yeah.
for like a minute. Because I was
Yeah.
like, what am I? And the editor of this movie must be a genius, because he must have known how terrible it was. He's like, I'm going to edit it like it's a comedy. And
Yeah,
it works
yeah.
so
Yeah,
well.
like they just show up in the background all of a sudden, like Claudette's
I love,
there,
what's
like,
going
what the
on?
hell?
And like,
Stop
no one
ganging up
sees
on
him
me.
coming. Stop ganging up on me!
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't.
particularly, this specific sentence just hits me. You are not my fucking mother. Just like so on point, because like, well, ultimately, so his mother was supposed to be like Lisa, like at some point,
Even though he's in love with her?
alternative.
yeah. Can I kiss you?
You're sort of
Oh my god.
That's another amazing quote, man.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
man.
my goodness.
So
Well,
great.
I'm
my
so glad
number
you had that
3
on there. Oh yeah,
is,
go ahead.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
Okay, yeah. Understandable, man. Hey, if we're, as I said, if we're talking about the 3 most iconic quotes from The Room, that has to be one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
But David, is yours similar at all?
Oh, my number 3 is.
They betrayed me. They didn't keep their promise. They tricked me, and I don't care anymore.
Yes, I'm so glad someone had that.
That's
like
great.
Order of words. They're just
I
like,
know.
this is so smooth, but also so well written. Like I can never like remember it like in the right order.
Right.
And yet we say it all the time. You know?
Circling back to that same scene again, man. So great.
That's the thing. That was, once again, like, that was one I wanted to have, but it's like I don't think it's the most like iconic, but I use it all the time, and it's just incredible. Like, just that whole paragraph that he says when he walks in and sits down. Yeah. It is just one of the most iconic moments in the entire movie. So wow, we're really flying through this here and all these quotes, and hey, now we're getting into the top 2. So my number 2 would have to be.
What a story, Mark.
Once again, I just count that by itself because I just think, like, if you think about The Room, that's the one that comes to mind the most and one people say all the time, especially if you have a friend named Mark, which I know we all have. So,
yes,
you know.
Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, I'm going with that because Mark could have said literally anything, and Johnny would have had the same response. So the response is the thing for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Yes. All right, so Jiayong, have you said your number 2 yet? I know we're jumping around all.
No, it is an overlapped one.
I mean, the candles, the music, the sexy dress. I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah. The one that got you into the room, right?
Yes.
Nice.
This is the one.
That is the one. Oh my god.
But not high enough. The one.
Maybe.
We will see about that.
Yes, indeed. So, John.
My number 2 is also overlap. It's the flower shop scene.
Yeah.
Oh, same.
Oh wow.
The flower shop.
Nice.
That's number 2.
That is high. Wow, this hair's
like so smooth, and also so quotable. And also, like it will remind you, like, every time you walk by a flower shop, like they all look like quite similar. You just like, that's
wait, David,
really funny.
Weren't we looking for a flower shop in LA or something?
Oh yeah,
that's what I thought. Even though it's because we were looking for the actual flower shop that was filmed, and apparently. Yeah. I think it was converted into a coffee shop or something, and I don't know if it's running anymore.
No,
I'll have to double check that. It's not. Okay. So funny, interesting story with that flower shop. There actually is a history there, a sad one at that, because we no longer have that flower shop to walk into and order a dozen red roses. Please.
I mean, there was like one time I actually walked by a flower shop that's selling like roses for $19.
Oh, I think you sent me that picture when that happened, right? Yeah.
It was like so funny.
Roses, I got the picture.
I got the picture. My goodness, guys. I can't really disagree with any of these quotes. I mean, every one that you mentioned is certainly in my top 10. But now we've come to the moment when we get into the most iconic quote from the movie, and I feel like all you guys are going to have the same one, but I might as well say it. My number 1 is...
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
I mean,
also my number 1.
Yeah, this is
It is my number 1. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, how could you pick anything else? This was the scene when I first heard about The Room. I saw this and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I watched the whole rooftop scene and I was like, I gotta watch this movie. This is just this is just insane. And I think everyone comes back to this quote, especially the "Oh hi Mark." I mean, it's a part of pop culture at this point. I think it's safe to say, especially in the way James Franco does it in The Disaster Artist too, when he keeps what is line, and then he goes, I hit her. He's forgetting his own lines that he wrote. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. Also, I don't know where David went, but there's his screen right there. I mean,
I gotta hear what a dozen red roses, I think.
Yeah. He's going to get a dozen red roses right now. That's what's happening. But yeah, I mean, I gotta hear what you guys have to say about this scene, because I mean, what can you say about it?
I mean,
I feel like the whole thing is somebody who's trying to project his deepest emotion, but failed to like linguistically form that into a tangible form, I would say.
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like if we could like remake The Room into like, let's say, a TV series, like we could totally make the plot like plausible.
Man, I wish that would happen. Oh my god.
Yeah. Can you imagine a whole subplot about Denny going to college and falling in love with Elizabeth?
Yeah. My god.
We're going to have
eating
kids.
Breast cancer. Yeah.
I want to have kids with her.
So I could totally see this being like a 8 to 10 episodes Netflix TV series. I could totally see that to be like legit. I feel like the plot is just it's like shootable from a film standpoint.
Yeah,
sure.
It could be up there with Breaking Bad as like one of the greatest series ever.
We'll see about that.
We'll see about that. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think we know what number 1 is going to be. But I might as well run down what we have here, because there's so many great quotes. But according to us here on this video, our top 10 quotes from The Room are:
I miss you.
I just saw you. What are you talking about?
If a lot of people love each other, the world would be a better place to live.
I mean, the candles, the music, the sexy dress. I mean, what's going on here?
I got the results of the test back. I definitely have breast cancer.
Danny, do you have something else to do?
I just like to watch you guys.
Oh, Denny boy.
Danny, 2's great, but 3's a crowd.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
What a story, Mark.
How was work today?
Oh, pretty good. We got a new client at the bank. We'll make a lot of money.
What client?
I cannot tell you. It's confidential.
Oh, come on. Why not?
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life? Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go.
That's me. How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
That's pretty fantastic.
Guys. Yeah, I know. What a great job we all did.
What a
Give
story,
yourself a
guys.
pat on the back. What's a story, everyone?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Cheap. That's the only thing I wish I had put in there.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about some of the ones that we hadn't discussed that we didn't put on our list, because I have so many honorable mentions. One of my favorite quotes that I wanted to put so bad, it was just outside my top 10, is,
you know what they say, love is blind.
The way he says it.
The overdubs didn't. You know what? I wonder if you guys feel this way. I don't think Tommy's the worst actor in that movie, but because of the way the lines are overdubbed and everything, almost makes it the worst performance I've ever seen.
Yeah,
like because like that interaction he's having with Peter when they're talking about like the annual dinner or whatever. It's like I didn't think it was like that. Like that is actually not that bad of acting. So I wonder if the overdubs really, and well, obviously the dialogue's terrible. I mean, let's not beat around the bush there, but I wonder if his performance would have been better if it weren't for all the overdubs and problems they had on set.
So my honorable mention would be
Peter, you always play psychologist with us.
And then he says, "It's like you're the psychologist, Peter." And like what? He contradicts himself so many times.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's so many. Another one of my favorites, like,
How can they say this about me? I don't believe it. I show them. I record everything.
and then he just sticks it under the table and gets clear audio later on. It makes absolutely no sense. Another one is one of my favorites from the fight scene with him and Mark's like,
Don't touch me, motherfucker.
The way he just like drops off, it's just that whole scene amazes me. Like I can't believe it. Yeah. And yet again, I think you mentioned this one earlier, John. You look beautiful today. Can I kiss you?
Can I kiss you?
And like the creepiest shit in this entire movie. You know, that's the idea. You know, I mean, you could go. Another one of my favorites. I know we say all the time when we're going out.
Let's go eat, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I could go on and on, but
so wait a minute.
I think...
in a few minutes, bitch didn't make the because
it
only
didn't.
One person had it, right? Wow, that's surprising.
Now that's a snub for the top 10. I will say that. I can't believe that one or the whole scene with Denny. I guess we could have coupled that to make it one entire thought. So I guess that could be like our 10 asterisk since we have some ties here. But
yeah. Man, this could easily have been a top 20, you know. I mean,
and it could have gone on for like forever, but I think as it stands, I mean, we covered a lot of ground. But what are some more of your guys' honorable mentions that maybe I didn't mention?
A really underrated thing is like Claudette saying,
"Oh, that jerk Harold. He wants me to give him a share of my house. That house belongs to me. He has no rights. I am not giving him a penny. Who does he think he is?"
He's your brother.
Yeah, that Harold.
Yeah.
See,
like he has the right.
That he sees dollar signs. Yeah.
Yeah. What about
I kill you, you bastard!
I kill you, you bastard! The whole fight scene is like the most like bizarrely escalated scene in all of cinema, and it's just the music comes just like, you know, like the way a bit, and I love how right before that they wrap up the scene right before, and it just feels so out of place, and then they just drag it on even longer. It's amazing. I mean, I don't know what to say.
I also love anytime Johnny like says to Lisa that she thinks about something, like when he says
Thank you, honey. This is a beautiful party. You invited all my friends. Good thinking.
We use that one all the time. Oh my goodness, that's another. That's the thing. You could go on and on about these quotes. There's so many of them. But Jiayong, were there any more you wanted to mention? Didn't mean to cut you off earlier.
Nothing in particular. I already said, Peter, you always play the psychologist. That one sticks out to me, like, particularly.
Dude, Peter. No, go ahead.
Also, I would have put I agree with that. My honorable mention as well.
From Steven, the most random character in the entire movie.
Whoever that is. Yeah. So
when is the baby due?
There's no baby.
And I have to say, like, Mike and Michelle are also like really, really underrated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what they say? Chocolate is the symbol.
It's the symbol of love. Yeah.
It just that face that he makes on the couch. I mean, one of the most mind-blowing moments.
And while they were like playing football, Mark accidentally like knocked Mike onto the ground.
Yeah,
I love that. It's like they play it like it's so serious too. Like he injured him or something.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Mike, if you need any help, just talk to me. I'll help you out. And it's like, what?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they go about their day.
Wait, was it? I may butcher this, but I think it's like, Mark, you are my best friend, and I also love Lisa so much.
No, it's like,
So much. Yeah.
I'm so
yeah.
no. It's like
I'm so happy I have you as my best friend, and I love Lisa so much.
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, you are very lucky.
You're very lucky.
Well, maybe you should have a girl, Mark. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I have one already. I don't know.
I don't need to worry about
we
that
need to
because
lie.
Lisa is
Maybe
loyal
have
to
one
me.
already.
Yeah, man, you
Yeah,
never
man,
know.
you never
People
know.
are very strange these days. Also, I gotta talk about Peter because he's one of the most underrated characters in the entire movie. One of my favorite Peter quotes is,
"People are people. Sometimes they just can't see their own faults."
It's like,
that's
what a profound advice from a psychologist there. I mean,
Yeah.
my goodness, but
True.
yeah, wow. I do think besides not having in the stuff with Denny, 2's great, but 3's a crowd, and in a few minutes, bitch. I think that this is a pretty bang up top 10 we got going on here, and I'm so glad we got to have this discussion, guys. So thank you for hopping on, and I hope you all go and see The Room tonight. At 7 o'clock, wherever you are, wherever it's closest playing to you. You don't want to miss it. You get your spoons together and just get ready to chuck them at the screen. But thank you so much, guys, for hopping on here. And where can everyone find you if they're looking?
Well, you know where you can find me, which is we're doing the top 100 albums of the 21st century now on both Nathaniel's channel and mine, Johnny Radio. So be sure to check that out. And we talk about all kinds of music and other great stuff there. So yeah.
I don't have a YouTube channel, but I'm currently working on one. So
we'll
see about that.
We'll see about that.
Well, I don't know. Like, as for me, I'll just show up from time to time. That's probably what I'll do.
That felt like that could have been a quote from The Room right there. That was amazing.
That's like them showing up on the what's going on?
yeah, exactly.
Just randomly in the background.
I'll just see the Steven of
yeah. You can't do this. I mean. Oh my goodness, but really, I mean, I couldn't have done this with a better crew, guys. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad I could have you on here to have this discussion about The Room. So you guys enjoy your day. Enjoy this 20th marvelous anniversary of this wonderful, bizarre, and completely individual and unique film. So yeah, guys, until the next video, take it easy, and I'll talk to you later.
And I was standing